tell you a story about the house went blue. Have mercy. Been waiting for the bus early. Down on the corner, out in the street.
Hop on the bus, Gus. You don't need to discuss much.
My baby, she roll up with the bus driver. And you know that don't seem right.
You're listening to the Bus Stop Blues with Road Bill and Kevin Purcell. Here we are, it's Sunday again.
Already?
Yeah, it happens.
I didn't know today was Sunday. What are we doing here? Oh, that's
It
right.
happens.
That's right. We've been here so often, so now I thought this was my living room. We were about to watch a movie or something.
It does start to feel like old hat, doesn't it? Hey, Larry and Linda Waco.
And there's lots of other people listening too. Hello, everybody.
I can
who's
only
listening.
prove that they're listening. I can actually
prove
see
it?
them. Yeah, they're in the room.
There's probably other ways to prove it.
That's true.
We can get the torture instruments.
Well, good.
The implements of torture and find out.
Good evening, music land. Welcome to the Bus Stop Blues. I'm your host for the evening, Road Bill. Joining me as always, Mr. Kevin Papa Blues Purcell. Kevin, welcome.
A dramatic pause.
Oh,
Always
I'm
with the
everything
dramatic
if not dramatic.
We have to.
You know me.
No, well, that's true. Your host, Road Bill, the drama queen.
Fabulous.
Where's your megaphone? Billy Savage. So anyway,
Yeah.
what a weekend, huh?
Well, it's another one. We just keep putting these
I
together.
know. How do we do it?
I don't know how I'm still standing, to be honest with you.
No, I don't either.
They had a lot of amazing
You are
things.
standing. Why don't you just sit? You don't.
Yeah, I don't know how to do
You
that.
don't know how to
No,
do that. There's no sitting.
It catches up
No
to you.
sitting in music.
So
There's no sitting in sound
it started.
technique.
We played. What was it? Saturday over at the amazing. Hold on. So hopped.
Oh, it's right there.
Look at that.
Uh-huh.
So hopped in. When that show, we got the call for that show. You know, it was great. We love Lance. Lance is beautiful. The whole
Good man.
experience is great. But I got the text that said, "Hey, just so you know, there's a band playing before us, and they finish at 5, and we start at 6."
Oh.
And I was like, that may or may not fly, because
Wow.
you know, to put up an entire sound system and then the band get ready. The band can get ready easy enough.
Yeah, easy.
But
in an hour.
setting up a sound system takes a
Not
little
the
bit
whole
more
thing.
than that.
So that's why you use theirs.
Well, I didn't use theirs. I used ours. I just
Oh.
used Lance's speakers.
Oh, I
So I
see.
had to rewire everything. So it was it saved me like 7 minutes.
7?
Yeah,
Okay.
if I'm being generous.
Well, you did it in an hour.
I did
got,
it.
We
You
got
know
up
why?
there at 6.
Because I get things done when I'm supposed to. Right.
So So in the end, it did
And
fly.
then they docked my pay for it, because
Oh.
we weren't using half of our system. So
ouch.
Rob was like, "You'll be fine.
Ouch.
You'll get less
Okay.
money."
All right, I see
That's
how,
cool.
I see
how that is?
Yeah. Cruel
well, you
or
got
cool?
You got it. It was cruel.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You got it done sooner, so you use less time, so you get paid less.
I see.
Just being
Okay.
efficient works
Wow.
out really well.
Yeah, that's very nice. Very nice.
And then
Good job.
today, I did sound for Wichita Jacks over at our other favorite bar at Toadstools.
Oh,
Mr. Tom
yeah.
Garrity was out there.
All right.
And that was another situation where when they first called me up and said, "Hey, we're going to play, but we play from 2 to 5." And I was like, "I got a radio show to do at 7, you know?" They're like, "Yeah, can you do it?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then they
Wow.
said, "Okay, but hold on a second. We're going to add 3 more players to that list of normal.
Oh,
yeah,
that's when you should have got out the megaphone.
I should have. And
Fabulous.
but I'm soft as puppy poop.
Oh,
so
boy.
I said, no problem.
Of course you
Do
did.
it. Do it.
Yeah, do it. I dare
Right.
you.
I brought the full staff in. I had my son out there, and Adrian and our helper
Erica was
there as well.
Beautiful.
And we gave everybody assignments, and it's the first time I've ever broken down an entire show, full band, 30 minutes.
The
So-
team was kicking.
I was like, you unplug everything down this row, you unplug everything down that row, I'll grab all the speakers, and then you start rolling chords, and you clear the stage, and then you do, and like everybody did their part, and
Didn't turn out like the Three Stooges then.
no,
You're all wrapped in wires, and who's behind? What happened to this guy? He's hanging from a tree, like all in the wires, and he looks like a telephone pole.
just like again. Anyway,
so you know. But let's not forget. Also, I just do want to mention that speaking of toadstools,
yes,
Candace and my lovely bride and I went out to go see. We went out to go see. Actually, it was a put together band because they always do those jams and they always have these great musicians that all just show up to play
At Toads? Okay.
Toadstools. And so we went out Thursday night, and it was Zach.
Oh,
Zach Avery,
Avery?
And his lovely bride Soph was on
Sophie?
the keyboards and singing, and they had this other woman Grace, who I met for the first time, amazing singer
so
too.
Grace sang when I did the private party that they did over in Wakanda.
Well, I'd heard a lot about her, and
She's
it was
good.
And it was all true.
She got some lungs.
And those two together, oh my
Oh,
God!
yeah?
And then Todd Lazar, of course, and then and who was it? Oh, it was his friend.
That guy's a bass
Yeah,
player.
yeah. Bass Ackwards.
Yeah.
And who does he have? I forget who's on the drums. Why am I forgetting that? I'm seeing like a blank, like there was an invisible man. Oh, it was his buddy.
Rob?
No. It was the guy that plays in. Why am I?
Zach's
forgetting his
buddy.
name? Yeah.
Yeah,
He plays
yeah.
He plays in WRLR. Why am I forgetting his name?
Because
I'm sorry.
you're a bad human.
Yeah. No, it's awful. I'll think of it. Starts with a J.
Hey, it's Jay.
Yeah.
Would that be just his name's Jay? Jeffrey,
Yeah.
John,
Okay.
Jay. This is great. So get ready to punch your ticket and hop on the big bus as you make your way to the back seats and get ready for a good time. As tonight we have another great episode of the Bus Stop Blues. We'll be hearing songs from Buddy Whittington, Carlos Del Junco, Chris Siebold, Jeff Smith, Howard Levy for shadowing, amongst some others too. We'll get into all those stories as time goes on. So,
Hey, Bill Pantley's listening too. Sure.
I talked to him
We can
earlier
prove
today. I
it.
invited him to come out, and
We
he
can
said
prove
he's
it.
got a lawn to mow or some other crap. So, sounded like he was blowing me off.
I got a lawn to mow.
Right.
Oh, that's a good one.
But, I get that a lot. It's
No,
cool. It's
I
cool.
know. Me
Then he
too.
invited me over to his house afterward. I said, yeah, well, I got, a radio station to mow the lawn at.
You know what? We can go over there as long as we can bring Ashland.
Someone's got to
gotta
chat
make the
GTP
tequila.
the
You gotta
trip,
make the margaritas.
Right, exactly. All right, should we get to some tunes? Get it out of the way?
Let's get those going. This is a music show, so there's
Right.
no sense in talking forever.
So we're gonna
although
start
we're
off-
pretty good at that.
With the Put On song. I don't know if you've heard this tune.
Oh,
It's
yeah, sure.
hilarious.
Sure.
It's cool. And then I wanted to play Walkin' Blues, and I started going through. There's a lot of people who've done versions of Walkin' Blues, and Carlos's version is pretty different.
Yeah.
So I
That's
thought,
what he likes to do.
right.
I'm Just Your Fool, the one that we do.
Oh, yeah.
That's Carlos Del Junco, and that's not how the song originally sounded at
Oh,
all.
really?
Yeah, he likes to do his own thing, and,
Okay.
and we love him for that.
More power to
and
him.
what a tone.
Oh yeah.
Carlos Del Junco, he makes that harmonica sound like a freight train.
Well, I figured it was
Crazy.
fitting to put him on this show since it's gonna be a heavy harmonica show.
It's sort of a harmonica show.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that a little bit more in some detail with y'all. So that's it's a little sprinkling on top of the Sunday that you're
Yeah.
about to get.
I mean, I don't really know much about harmonicas, but
Of course not.
If we talk about them, I have some anecdotes. I have some anecdotes.
You think?
Or some anecdotes.
At anecdotes.
Oh,
Here we go.
thank you.
Well, my cook put me on the back burner. Secretary put me on hold.
put me on a wanted poster, and the boss done put me on nights. My baby done put me on notice. I put a little romancing down. So I put her on the do not call list until she put the welcome mat back out. Police put me in handcuffs, cause they put me at the scene of the crime. The judge done put me in the slammer, and here I am putting in time.
started low down ways. Minutes seem like hours, hours seem like days. Yeah. Since my babe started low down dirty ways, I was woke up smiling, people looked round for my shoe. You know I had those mean old walking blues. Woke up this morning, looked round for my shoe. Yeah. You know I had those mean old walking blues. Let's take it out.
How about that?
Okay, Carlos. Good
All
stuff.
right. Well,
Great player.
let's wait for them to start hopping, Julian. And
Yeah, you gotta love it. It's the live show thing.
Exactly,
Gotta love it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Musicland, tonight we are honored to welcome in one of the most accomplished and innovative harmonica players in the world. A Grammy Award-winning musician, composer, Howard Levy has redefined what's possible on the harmonica. His remarkable ability to play chromatically on a standard diatonic harmonica has earned him worldwide recognition, and his work spans blues, jazz, folk, rock, classical, and world music. Please help us give a warm Bus Stop Blues welcome to the legendary Howard Levy. Howard, how are you? The applause machine just broke.
Yeah, the applause machine
I
just
have
broke.
applause
Okay,
machine,
good. That's
so-
great. Yes,
Oh,
thank you.
isn't that great?
That I know it's hard to read all this stuff, but diatonic harp is the
Isn't that
he
what I
plays.
said?
No, you said dionic, but which is almost like bionic, which is pretty close to what he does anyway.
Have this,
So he's,
this removed.
He's like bionic.
Right.
He's a bionic harmonica player, just like Lee Majors, back in the day. Are those working? Can you hear?
It's all in the left ear. And it's real loud.
Oh,
Here.
Anyway,
Yeah. Welcome in.
yes. Welcome and thanks for bringing Don Laferty. Is also here to hang out and talk about us.
Our good friend Don
Talk
Laferty.
about you. You're talking. Oh, yeah. You know stories. You got some stories.
oh boy.
Well, fantastic to have you in, Howard. Thanks so much for coming in. He did that little description there, but you got a lot more going on than that. Like you're a multi instrumentalist, and you're besides being a composer. What would you say is your lead instrument? What's your main instrument, or is
Well,
there not one?
I mean, no. I mean, it's whatever I'm playing at the time.
Oh, okay.
Really, that's the only way I can
No, that's
really
great.
approach it.
No, that's great.
I have to pretend that I'm the best possible person who's playing whatever instrument I'm playing
Mm-hmm.
at the time.
So what are all the instruments that you play? Is there too many to name?
Well, I used to play a lot more, and I actually talk about that in my memoir, which is, by the way, it's called "I Speak Music." I have a whole chapter about that. I started on piano when I was 8 years old, taking classical piano lessons, but I loved improvising right away from the very beginning.
Wow,
From the
okay.
third lesson, I just started making up my own stuff, and that was very, very natural to me to do that. So I studied classical piano for about 4 years, and I'll fast forward to the harmonica. I started that when I was 18. When I bought my first harp at Manny's on West 48th Street in New York.
Wow.
For $2.25. That tells you how old I am.
Yeah, yeah. Now they're like $200.25.
Oh, just about. But and then I started playing, and I was really awful. And then one day I figured out how to bend notes, and it was like the first day of the rest of my life, really.
Wow.
And then within a few months, I'm going, wait a minute, man. There's notes that aren't on the instrument. I mean, there's notes missing. Well, how can that be? It's a musical instrument. All musical instruments have all the notes.
All the notes, yeah.
You know, so I just said, well, I'm going to find them. And I was very stubborn, and I sat in my college dorm room and just, played in all sorts of different ways. And then one day I figured out how to get one of the missing notes, and then very soon 3 more followed, and then the last 2 followed a few months later, and I could play the full chromatic scale on a diatonic harmonica.
And at the time, did you kind of figure out? Did you even realize that you were probably one of the only people that was doing that? I mean, there might have been a couple more, but it wasn't a big thing to do.
No, there. Afterwards, like years later, I found out that there was like 3 people who had done it before me. One was Will Scarlett, who used to play with Hot Tuna, and he started experimenting with it just a few years before me, like 67 or something like that, 65 maybe. Because we met afterwards and talked about it, and he called them overblows too, which is funny. I mean, but I'll tell you the way I got the name for the notes. Maybe you want to know how I got the name?
Sure. We're here to talk to you.
I guess I have to kind of demonstrate.
All right.
So here's an A harp, and I picked it out. So you can bend notes on a harmonica on the draw notes on the bottom. You can bend the difference between the higher pitch note and the lower pitch note on any one hole. So, like some holes, they're all different intervals between them. So there's a lot of stuff
Wow.
in there.
Wow.
So you can get a lot of notes. On the bottom of the harp, you see there's some missing, and on the top, you can bend notes by blowing on the top 4 holes. The blow notes are high, so you can bend those the 8, 9, and 10, and you can get a whole bunch of notes. But what I figured out was, I said, well, if I can't get a certain note, why don't I try bending the blow notes on the bottom? I mean, that's like the next logical thing. You can't bend the blow notes on the bottom, so let me try. So here's the 6th hole, and you're missing that minor third. And so if I try to bend down the 6th blow, that minor third pops out.
Okay.
And I was sort of shocked that it was actually there. Here's the missing note, like magic.
So you're bending the note down by blowing it.
Yeah,
by blowing it.
But 6th blow doesn't bend up, doesn't bend down, and so what's really happening, which I didn't know for like 20 years after I did this, is that it's really the other reed that's bending up. 6th draw reed is bending up.
Oh,
that's the thing that's making the sound.
That's crazy.
Oh, I was going to say that.
Yeah, he did. He knew that.
You knew that. It's like Jeopardy here. Ding.
It's obvious when somebody points it out to you.
I mean, duh. That's
So
fantastic.
that's how you get all. So all 3 octaves down. And on the top of the harmonica, it's on the draws, which don't bend down. Is there any way you can turn off the music?
Yeah, turn off the background.
Yeah,
Because
that's fine.
It's throwing me off.
There you go.
They're all there on the draws. So I called it overblows because I didn't know what I was doing. And I asked a friend of mine who was a sax player. It's like, what am I doing? And he heard it and he said, it sounds like you're overblowing a harmonic. And I said, what's that? He said, well, he explained to me how, the overtone series works on saxophone and trumpet, of course. And I went, oh, okay, he's a saxophone player. He knows what he's talking about. He didn't know what he was talking about at all, but he was just guessing. And so I said, okay, overblow. That's what I called it then. And then on the top of the harmonica, I said, oh, overdraw, you know. And
That's wild,
And
though,
that made people think that you had to like really push hard and go, "Arr," like it's not true. I can do it at a whisper. It's the resonance of the inside of your mouth.
Okay, you'll have to give me another lesson.
I will.
He is.
You know,
He is.
he is right now. And you know what's crazy about that? Because so do you think that is it safe to say that you sort of named that? Because like when I talk to other harp players, which I've done obviously for 45 years, whenever your name comes up, that's what people say.
Right.
Well, he's learned how to like just really do those overblows. And you're saying that's not really what they are, but that's what you call
That's
them.
what I called it.
Thanks to a sax player
Thanks
who
to
had
us.
no
Who didn't
idea
know
what he was talking about.
Exactly.
Now is it? Do I hear that you play the sax as well?
Yeah, I used to play tenor, soprano, alto. Yeah, when I was 19, I said, well, if I could learn how to play this instrument, maybe I could learn some other ones. So I learned how to play sax, and then I learned mandolin and a little bit of guitar. I mean, I know how to play a guitar. I'm not a guitarist.
Right.
And
Right.
some-
We'll leave that up to Don.
Yeah, I definitely
He's
leave it to
amazing.
Don.
He's amazing. Yeah.
And some electric bass. I can play that, and a whole bunch of percussion instruments, and some Asian instruments like Chinese guzheng, which is like the Japanese koto, and I used to play that a bunch, and all sorts of flutes and ocarinas and.
Where do you
Tin
find the
whistle.
time? Where do you find the tin whistle?
Yeah,
Where,
for
where do you
sure.
find the time to learn all that? You just do nothing else? Do you have a job? Do you have ever done anything? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Wow.
No, I have had jobs aside from music. Oh yeah, I bet I was a welder and a punch press operator.
Wow, you know how to play those too, huh?
Yeah, I could play the punch press. They started calling me Beethoven because they knew I was a musician. I said, "What was the thing about Beethoven?" Yeah, he went deaf, and I'm there standing going, "Boom,
Yeah,
boom."
yeah,
I'm thinking,
yeah.
You know, maybe I should quit this job.
Yeah, maybe he was a punch. Maybe Beethoven was punching. Yeah, you shouldn't have done that. You know, it's funny because you do play a little classical here and there too.
Oh, yeah.
I do watch some of the videos, obviously that you do, and a little while ago you did was it a Bach piece?
Yeah.
You did a little harmonica Bach piece that just I
yeah, that
woke
one.
up an hour later after fainting.
There's two-part harmony going on in there.
It was crazy.
Counterpoint on a harp.
It was crazy
that
doing
thing,
a Bach
Yeah, well,
melody on a
that-
harmonica was.
That one I play counterpoint because one of the things on the harp, I mean, there's two ways to get single notes on the harp. One is the pucker. This guy still has some spit left. on the
Yeah,
left
you
ear.
got to pop them up. So
And the other way is tongue block. You know, you have
Yeah,
your
yeah.
tongue like this when
Yeah.
you play out on one side. And in my case, I use the tongue blocking to play out of both sides of my mouth. I call it my political style.
excellent.
Um,
I'd like for the record to state that
Oh my God.
that's one person.
Yeah, that's one person. Et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Just how we wrote it.
Yeah.
That is
So
that
that's-
is crazy.
that's
what do you got? Like an octopus tongue or something? What's going on there?
It's
That's
actually
impossible.
easy.
It's easy.
Well, I'm seeing the harmonica in my mind as a piano. And so,
Yeah. Well, but how is your tongue being the fingers though?
Well, no, the tongue blocks the holes in the middle, and the one on the right side is my right hand, and what's on the left side is my left hand. So I'm seeing it like as if I were playing
Okay.
keyboard.
Right.
So the tongue is just facilitating the separation of the two lines.
I'm going to
Wow.
wait that down.
That's crazy.
I'll write
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Please write that down. Dot the
Facilitating.
I's.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
No,
just-
that's fantastic. I mean, it is funny, when you get guys, and because Don is like this too. You get geniuses on, and they describe it like it's some kind of, like tying your shoe.
Like you should know this.
And we're not.
You should know.
I should know this, but I don't. That's just funny because I have never seen anybody. Have you? How many people play with out of their like 3 notes going on at the same time with, doing stuff like
I
that?
think it's more common on chromatic harmonica with some of the classical stuff, and in Asia with the tremolo harps, they do stuff like that.
Okay, you're right. I've heard some of those guys doing some crazy stuff.
That's some crazy stuff. But I just, I was just doing some, a lot of my ideas come on long car rides. You're sitting there. Like,
Windshield
how many
time,
more hundreds
windshield
of miles
time.
is left? Like, let's see. And that's how I started doing this 2-part thing, because I wanted to try to play some Bach. Maybe I could play like Bach and Finch, and going back and forth these 2 parts. And then I stumbled upon other pieces, simpler pieces that worked with this tongue block. Really flipped me out.
Wow.
At the time.
Well, you know what? And before we go on, though, how do because I think everybody who's listening right now in all 132 countries, 135 countries,
Correct.
you should go and listen to your stuff. Where would people find the things that you do? These little clips that you do that are just really cool. Sometimes it's you talking, sometimes it's you playing, sometimes it's just a story about some musician like Thumbs Carlisle. I love that stuff, and people should see it. Where would they go?
Well, I mean, all my social media channels, the Instagram one and the Facebook one, but where you can find pretty much all of it in one place is my YouTube channel.
Okay. I just subscribed to that earlier yesterday.
All right, and it's just Howard Levy.
Yep.
Just look up Howard Levy.
Yeah, just look me up on YouTube.
Harmonica, and
I'm
boom,
there.
you can see all those ones.
Yeah, a lot of stuff with my various bands, and playing keyboards and piano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of various bands, I have more questions about that, and there's so many things, and I do want to talk about your book too. We'll never get this all out in one show. That's why we had you guys come in early.
How will we ever play any real music?
Yeah, I don't know. But so you and Don, we have Don Laferty here with you. You guys play in the Flock, which
Return
is
of the Flock.
the return of the Flock. And that is also like just a whole bunch, a whole slew of just of genius musicians, kind of, pretty much.
band.
You got Mike Flynn, you got Jerry
Goodman,
Jerry Goodman on violin.
Jerry Smith on bass. So those are the original, from the original Flock.
Wait,
band.
which guys are the original?
Jerry Goodman on violin and Jerry Smith on bass.
Oh, okay, so just those 2 guys.
That's right.
And the
we
rest
got
of you are
Howard on keyboard and harmonica, which is amazing.
right.
To have in that band. Mm-hmm. Mike Flynn, J-Mo Van Bogart, who you've had on this show.
Right.
Wish
Who's
to
played
Live.
with us? Yes. He's
And then-
marvelous.
Yeah. So
And a horn section.
And the horn section. Yeah. So
So Don, and this is funny, a very, very serious question here. You've been playing a long time with a really great harmonica. What was it like to get up on stage with somebody who's far better than the harmonica you've been playing with for 20 years?
I love harmonica players. What can I say? I play with some great ones. I'm the luckiest.
I
guy
put him on the
around.
spot. Did you see that? I put him on the
played with
spot.
a lot of great harmonica players. And
No.
it's amazing to hear it.
Yeah.
And Howard, when you listed your instruments, you kind of left keyboard off a little bit there.
A little bit.
piano,
But-
listen.
Oh, yeah.
But amazing keyboard player. It's a real pleasure to play with that band for sure.
That is amazing, yeah.
And you can, you said which is your lead instrument, which you're playing, but I've seen you play harmonica and keyboard at the same time.
Oh yeah, I do that a lot. Yeah.
That's right. I've
Because
seen it on your
especially in the
videos.
smaller bands that I'm in, where especially if I've recorded stuff on both instruments, if you play live, you gotta do it. You gotta put your money where you've got to put your mouth where your harp is.
Yeah, right.
Something like
There
that.
you go.
and in the Flecktones, I did that a lot, and in Trio Globo, and also in my own band, the Howard Levy 4, I do quite a bit of that, and yeah, it's fun for me. I mean, it makes me feel very, very complete.
Yeah, no, yeah. When I look at it, it makes me feel very incomplete. But anyway, so people want to come out and see the Howard Levy 4. Where would they go to see? Where's the schedule? Facebook?
Every place. All my
Okay, so
social media.
again, just look up Howard Levy. Now, Levy spelled E-Y or just V?
Levy.
Levy. Okay, and so look up Howard Levy. You can go see where he's playing. Where's the next gig of the Howard Levy 4?
That's a good question. We just did a tour. We just played in 11 cities, from Cleveland to Toronto to all over New York and Massachusetts and Connecticut. And,
Wow.
and Pennsylvania and yeah.
What would you describe the music as? What is it? Is it blues, jazz, rock?
It's kind of everything.
Rap? Okay.
No rap. I do sing one song.
Oh, you do? All right, so a singer too on top of it. All
Well,
right.
I don't know if I call myself a singer, but I sing one song.
All right, all right. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
I actually have a nice voice, but I'm not a singer. So I've written many songs over the years, like dozens, and I actually have a vocal. It's called 12/45. It's 12 songs I wrote over a span of 45 years, and it's only streaming. I didn't make a physical. I didn't want anyone to have the physical evidence.
Right. Yeah, you don't want that.
But
And you're saying that's all vocal? You sing on you sing
Oh
on?
yeah, they're what it is. My first book that I put out is called Songs, Poems, and Stories, and my wife said, "Well, it's nice you have a book out. You got to do the audiobook version." Okay, I can read the stories, I can read the poems, and I have the lyrics to 12 songs in there. She said, "Yes, you have to sing the songs." I went, "You?" So I recorded all the tracks. It was during COVID. I played all the instruments myself, and I did the vocals, and it really came out.
Is
pretty
there
good.
drums on it?
No. Well, there's some hand percussion on it.
Oh,
which
okay,
I,
so
which I play.
percussion
I mean,
instruments,
I
all right,
play
of course,
hand drums and all sorts of things. And, I'm proud of it actually.
Yeah, it sounds great.
And
I'm going to get it.
Usually, oh, thank you.
Yeah,
but
kidding me? I didn't even know it existed.
There's a bunch of tunes that I play as instrumentals that I wrote as vocals. So when I'm playing them, I'm hearing the words in my mind.
Wow. Okay.
Which is
all right.
much better for the audience.
Yeah.
Well, your father can sing. I know.
Oh
that
yeah.
much.
Oh yeah. My father is an operatic baritone.
Oh, wow.
Matter of fact, I'm going to go down to Atlanta where my parents live, and we're going to do one more concert together. We'll see how it goes. He's 103.
Wow.
103 and
Still
singing?
jamming, huh?
Yeah, it's
Nice.
Incredible. I'm only 100. I don't know how that happened.
I know. Life is it's like that. And we're like insects, very short life.
The applause machine is fixed, ladies and gentlemen.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Tell us real quick because obviously there's just no way to get through everything that you've done way more than we can fit into a 90-minute.
Yeah, give us your resume.
Who have you've toured with so many people? Just name a few to have some fun.
Well, I guess the first people I toured with were Steve Goodman and John Prine in the late 70s. Recorded a few albums with John, one in Chicago called Bruised Orange, and the second one in Memphis at Sam Phillips' studio,
Oh, wow.
which I write about in my book.
All right.
And we toured for a year, and it was an amazing adventure. And the next really famous person that I played and toured with was Paquito de Rivera,
Right.
who's an incredible Cuban sax and clarinet player, just at the very highest level of playing. He's amazing. And, I love Latin music and Brazilian music, Afro-Cuban music, all that stuff. And so, he found that I could play all those styles that he likes, plus bebop and all different kinds of jazz. So that was the mid-'80s. And then I met Béla Fleck, and we started the Flecktones together in the late 80s. And I did that for about 4 years, and I quit. But I came back. I did a few appearances with them over the years when I wasn't officially in the band. But I came back in 2009, and it still exists. We're still a band. And actually, our last tour as the Flecktones, with just the four of us, was last summer? Yeah, it's hard for me to remember which year exactly. It was fantastic. We did 8 shows. It felt as exciting as it did in the beginning.
That's great.
So I sure hope we'll do some more.
Did you play keyboards with them too? Keyboards and harmonica?
Oh, yeah, both. Yeah, it's both. And on those albums, I do both. And it's confusing to people. Sometimes they hear it, they
Agreed.
go, oh yeah, who played piano on that? That was me.
Yeah.
And so one guy said to me, I thought that was some studio piano player. I said, I am a studio piano player.
I'm both. Both me and him.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah.
He is I.
And then
Now, do you ever talk to Paquito anymore?
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
still-
We actually
still stay in
played-
touch.
We played together last year. Me and Paquito and Farid Haq, who's a great guitarist.
Oh yeah, from
we
Chicago,
did a concert
right?
together, at the Constellation. It was a joy. And but after the Flecktones, I started touring with a whole bunch of different people, including Kenny Loggins.
Kenny
I
Loggins.
did that for 2
All
years,
right.
and I'm on a few of his albums, including this one called Outside from the Redwoods, which was a video, and it was fantastic. It was an all-star. Mike McDonald was on it, and a whole bunch of fantastic players on it. Sonny Landreth was on it.
Nice.
Yeah, it was great.
Love Sonny.
And then I started touring in Europe with this Lebanese oud player named Rabbi Abu Khalil. And that's some really, really wild music. And you can find clips of us on YouTube that are really great. And then I started this band called Trio Globo with an amazing cellist named Eugene Friesen and a fantastic percussionist named Len Velez. And we have 4 albums. That still exists.
Can people, if they look you up, people can find this stuff?
Oh, yeah.
'Cause I think, you could get a lot of sales from, people that are listening.
Oh, yeah, you can find Trio Globo. Our last album was 15 years ago. We recorded it in Chicago. Those guys live on the East Coast. And it's called Steering by the Stars. And I'm really, really proud of that album. It's beautiful.
Steering by the Stars.
And that's, like some of the more well-known people I've toured with. But I've recorded with many, like, as a hired gun, like Dolly Parton.
That's great. Well, and that's why I urge the listeners, anybody who's listening, to go and find this stuff, because this guy is, Howard's just an amazing multi-instrumentalist. I've heard a lot of your stuff. It's worth it. Buy the stuff and put it in your library. You will love it. It's amazing. One of the stories that I saw when you were talking was one that fascinated me. And I'm not exactly sure why, but it was the one where you answered an ad in the newspaper for some. It was like some Eastern European folk where they had all these bizarre, and you weren't sure if they were going to hire you because they were like, we don't know if you can play this. But what was that all about? Because that was a great story.
That was the Balkan Rhythm Band.
Balkan Rhythm Band. Okay.
That was a band I started with this musician named Taran Dorer, and he was a folk dancer. There's a big Balkan folk dance scene in this country. Yeah.
Wow.
And most of that music is in odd time meters. A lot of stuff in like 5/16, 7/8, 9/8, 11/16, but it all feels really natural, and people dance to
if you're Balkan.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, like, you're born hearing that stuff. It's before you're born. It's just like you're hearing it in the womb, And I saw a concert where people were doing this stuff, and I just fell in love with it and bought a ton of albums. Listened to it and tried to figure out how it worked. And so this guy put an ad in the Reader and looking for bass players who could play in odd time meters. And I said, sounds like he's trying to, find people to play Balkan music, Bulgarian, Macedonian music. I called him up, and he was. I said, well, I don't play bass, but I'm a pretty good musician, and I have a lot of friends who are good musicians who might be interested in this. So we started the band, and we actually put out an album on Flying Fish. Called the jazziest Balkan dance band around.
That's crazy.
And it was a really good band. I was playing mostly saxophone in that band.
Wow.
Tenor and soprano, and some hand percussion, and a little bit of piano and harmonica on one tune.
Well, I'm definitely going to look up. I can't even imagine what Balkan music sounds like, but I'm going to find out.
It's Balkan great.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Put them on me. Where's your sound effect?
Yeah, I got some.
I knew you were here for a reason.
Yeah. So yeah, that was funny, and also another, a story we were just talking about, how funny it was that we met so many years ago. Isn't that a crazy story?
That's wild.
For the people out there, I was working at a coffee shop in Evanston. Did you grow up in Evanston too? Or?
No, I grew up in New York.
New York. Oh, okay. So what did you live in Evanston for a while then too?
Yeah. Well, I came out here to go to Northwestern when I was 18, and I stayed in school for a year and a half, and then it was during the Vietnam War, and I didn't want to go to school anymore, and my number in the draft lottery was just high enough to pretty much ensure that I wouldn't be drafted and sent to Vietnam. So I dropped out and went to New York, and I actually got a gig playing in an off-Broadway musical that closed on opening night. It's a woohoo! The story's in the book.
That's great.
It was life throws some curves at you. But then I came back here after about a year and a half, and thought I would just visit friends, and I ended up staying.
Well, I was working at 21 years old. I got my first sort of responsible job at the Cafe Express, and I was just working in there, making frothing those which I've never done since. So it was a great job.
That place had the best coffee.
It was amazing, and so many because it's Evanston, so many crazy things happened there. So many people came in. One time I had to save a guy's life who was having an epileptic seizure, and I didn't even. You know how crazy it is? We're going off a little bit here, but I had just read like 10 days before that, if you ever see anybody have an epileptic seizure, you put a a spoon in their mouth so they don't choke. Otherwise, this guy would have died. I didn't know that. I jumped over when I saw it, he was banging his head against the window, and people started screaming. They were all running. I jumped over the thing, and I stuck the spoon in his mouth. His whole family came back the next day to thank me for possibly saving his life. I don't know. He might have.
I'm sure you did.
Well, at least helped. He didn't bite his tongue off,
Wow.
But anyway, I was in there doing my work, and then one of the guys, because I was playing harmonica, but I was horrible at 21. And somebody came in and said, "Hey, that's Howard Levy over there. You should go ask him if he'll give you a lesson." And I always, we always carry our harmonicas on us. And I went over to your table, and you were very gracious and said, "Yeah, well, sit down. And let me show you what I know about overblows." Yeah. And quite honestly, when we were done, I think I threw my harmonicas out and sewed my lips together. So never. No, I know it's funny. I was not very good, and you blew me away. But I got better over the years, and. Luckily, I was able to join. I spent a little bit of time with Bobby Dix and Willie Dixon's son. I spent some time with Coco Taylor, with Big Daddy Kinsey. I did some little stuff with them. But then I moved to Salt Lake and kind of went on to do my own thing. And then I met Don, and we've been playing ever since.
Much later.
Much later. But that's about when I got good. That's about when I got good. So we've had a good time too. But I really appreciate that. I was 21 and now I'm 65.
Well, congratulations, you made it.
We still look the same.
Identical.
Yeah. And then let's real quick. So tell me about the book. Did you just write this book?
Oh man. That was a major undertaking. I've written a bunch of books now. 2 of them are harmonica technique books called Rhythms of the Breath. But this one, I Speak Music, which is actually the first 3 words from my song called Sound Surround, which is on that vocal album. If you want to find it, it's pretty cool, actually.
I do love the subtitle, Stories from My Improbable Life.
Yeah, I came up with that. It's like, it is improbable.
That's fantastic.
And it took years to write it. I started writing seriously during COVID, and I sat there, and the more I wrote, the more stuff came back to me. It was like watching a movie.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say you started writing it after you met this really annoying guy in a coffee shop, so...
I'll never do that again, Hey, don't go to Cafe Express. There's a really annoying...
But I just got deeper and deeper into it, especially being isolated.
Oh, yeah,
COVID.
yeah.
And the things that, everything came back to me, the smells, the tastes, everything, like a movie, really. Mm-hmm. And things that I wouldn't have remembered unless I realized I was going to write all this stuff. And I ended up writing tons of stuff and probably deleted at least 100 pages of stories.
Wow.
It's all right. It's 450
Well, that's
pages
why
long.
we have you here, for all the deleted stuff.
Hey, man, you want to hear about... No. My wife's on the phone right now. Wait a minute.
No, that's good radio there. That's what makes a good radio show. We got to get the dirt. No, that's amazing. And where would people find the book, I Speak Music? Where would they find it?
All my books are on Amazon.
Oh, okay, Amazon.
But you can also order them if you want a signed copy. You can order from my website, which is levyland.com.
Levyland.com.
Yes.
All right. LEVYland.com.
That's right.
Yeah, all right. Very cool.
And, the latest thing, which I couldn't bring with me for several reasons, I made a solo album, and I should have brought one to give to you guys. I forgot. It's called Heavy World, and it's, I think, 12 tracks of me doing all sorts of different kinds of music solo. Jazz, blues, things that are indefinable. And I just put it out, and we just sold the physical copies on the last tour. And it's going to be available for purchase on my website, I think August 5th. We're going to make it available for sale. We're just doing it in stages. We're not going to just immediately stream it. And, we're going to
nice.
do it in stages.
Well, we'll have to have you on again for that.
Awesome.
Okay, I would do it.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I need you to pick me up in a limo, though. This drive is too long.
Yeah. All right. Okay, write that down.
I'm
Limo.
taking
limo.
limo.
That's
two L's. Two L's in limo, right?
Yeah, that's a long limo.
Limo. Okay.
Limo. So you know what? And then it just occurred to me, did we ever finish? You when you go around with the what's your band called?
The Howard Levy 4.
The Howard Levy 4. What kind of music would that? Would you describe that as just a whole bunch of stuff?
Well, my drummer is from Brazil, Luis Everling. And he could play anything, but his Brazilian thing is so wonderful. And all the Latin stuff. And my bass player, Joshua Ramos, is Puerto Rican American. And so his feel on like the Afro-Cuban stuff is just monstrous, as well as he's an amazing soloist. He can play, he knows a million jazz tunes. And
One of those
Chris
guys.
Siebold is an incredible guitarist. He can play anything, and he's a great singer as well. And so it's mostly my original compositions and in all those different veins, like Brazilian and jazz, and there's a reggae kind of tune that I wrote, and some African-sounding things.
Okay, so ethno, it's
Everything.
It's, okay, that's
Blues,
great.
I mean,
You play it all.
everything, and it all is integrated together. It feels like one very, very unified thing. We started right before COVID, and then we didn't play for like 3 years.
Of course.
And the very first gig that we played after that, you were at it, at
I have.
at
Hey
Hey
Nani.
Nani. And it was a little bit loose and a little bit ragged,
It was
but,
good. It was good.
but we've been improving steadily since then. The band really sounded incredible on this last tour. We actually played at the Iridium in New York, which is Les Paul's,
Yeah.
was his home for many years.
Okay,
Which
wow.
was really fun. We did that twice before, but it's always great to go back there. And a whole bunch of jazz rooms and some festivals. And
Do you
various
know,
things.
are you playing in Chicago? Is it coming to Chicago anytime soon?
The band, I just can't
Or maybe
remember.
back to Hey Nani?
Well, yeah. Well, there's several different things, but Chris Siebold and I are doing a tour of the Pacific Northwest between September 3rd and 8th, and you can look that up on my website to see where we're going to be. And we're also playing a concert in St. Charles on October 17th. And on the 15th, I'm playing with a Steely Dan tribute band. It's a great band called Bad Sneakers. Because I'm on one of Donald Fagen's albums too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
you got one
I'm
of
on the
them, too.
Morph the Cat album. It's a tune called What I Do, which was sort of a dream trance thing about Ray Charles that he wrote. It's really fantastic. And another tune called The Night Belongs to Mona, which is a brilliant tune. So some of these.
So this is after Steely Dan was over, or was it during Steely Dan?
It's during Steely
It
Dan,
was-
during a time when they were still playing, and you'll see that album was maybe 2012. I can't remember the year. Well, Morph the Cat. It's a great
Sort of a
album.
solo thing for him, though.
Yeah. So it was, he made several, The Nightfly, and then Kamakuriad, and then this one, Morph the Cat, and another one called Sunken Condos after that. So
Sunken
Where's he go for the
Yeah.
names?
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
okay.
yeah, Donald and I actually we really got along great. I was very surprised. I was a little intimidated, but not totally. And I played great, and he loved what I did. And then we.
I
Just,
think he was probably intimidated as well.
Oh, I don't think Donald's intimidated by anyone. But we had a great time, and we just hung out afterwards and talked about our favorite jazz solos and our favorite tenor players. And turns out he grew up in New Jersey, and I grew up in Brooklyn and Queens, and we both took the subway into Manhattan and used to go to the Village Vanguard when we were in our teens.
Wow.
And he's just a few years ahead of me, but he sat there smoking cigarettes and drinking Coke, and I sat there, I didn't smoke cigarettes, but I did drink Coke and heard some of the greatest jazz musicians in the world. And we bought all our jazz albums at the same record store on 8th Street, too.
No, that's crazy.
So we
You guys
really
could-
hit it
yeah,
off.
yeah.
So he invited me to
Did
sit
he know
in.
Balkan music too?
No.
I just
No,
wondered.
I
just
don't
wondering.
think so. I
Just
don't
wondering.
think
You
so.
never know.
But he had me sit in with him 3 times when he came to Chicago, 4 times. Yeah, and it was a joy each time. The band was, it's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. of
Keith
course.
Carlock, what a drummer.
Oh, man, I
Holy
love that
mackerel.
guy.
And John Harrington, oh my goodness. Can't play any better than that. And
And
all the
Wayne-
whole horn section, everything.
He had Wayne Krantz in his band too.
Yes.
Great guitar player.
Yeah,
Keith
the-
Carlock, and that's a great combo.
And Freddie Washington, who I used to play with Kenny Loggins, So it was very, very comfortable and fun for me to play with them. And Chicago Theater a few times, and at Ravinia. And I did get picked up in a limo the first time I played with him.
There you go.
I was
That's why
I
he
was
wants
playing
that
with
limo.
Chevrolet. You know that band?
Oh,
Hambo.
sure. Heard
Hambo.
of them.
Hambo.
Yeah, Hambo and Alejo Poveda and a whole bunch. Ruben Alvarez, may he rest in peace, and Steve Eisen, Mark Olson, Ernie Danoff. I want to leave anyone's names out in that band. Joe Rendon, a fantastic band. I was music director of that band for years.
Yeah.
And we were playing at a gig, and Donald, they invited me to play with them at the Chicago Theater, and I said, damn, I'm playing a gig that night. But this guy who's like a Steely Dan super fan, he got all the set lists and all the times, and we figured out that if they picked me up in a limo at the side door of the Green Mill after the first set, I would be able to play on What I Do, that tune that I played on the album, and they would whisk me back to the Green Mill.
No
and
way,
I'd only
you did.
missed the first tune, and we did it.
Oh my God!
That could be a first. That could be a first. He zipped you down to the Chicago, really, to the
Yes.
Chicago Theater,
Yes.
played your song, and zipped back to the Green
Yes,
Mill. Oh
yes.
man, that is beautiful.
And I timed it like I made the set of the second set so that they didn't really need me that much for the first tune or two. And turns out there was another pianist in the audience who knew those first two tunes.
Oh, he
jumped up and played.
Oh, that's
Ben
a
Lewis
that's
is a
perfect
fantastic
night.
player.
That's a perfect
And
night.
so the whole thing was just like the ultimate experience for me.
That's
So it was a
great.
How
thrill.
cool is that?
Do you stay in touch with Joe Rendon?
Oh, Joe and I, sure.
Okay, yeah. Tell him Kev says hi, Kevin
Okay.
Purcell. Yeah, he was in the Nightburners for he did a bunch of shows with us. When I had a horn section, we played down at River North, and we were doing some crazy Santana stuff, and he was.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
We talked about him, playing some more gigs with us. As a matter of fact, it would be great to have him back, because Joe, every time I see him, he's like, let's do something, man. But, it's hard because we're blues. We're kind of a rock and blues band.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of room for a percussionist, but you know what? We could figure out something. And
Oh,
Joe's worth it. He's
Joe-
like he's
Joe-
like watching one of those percussion
he's-
players.
He's wonderful, and actually, I had an album called Duets with Friends, and one of the tracks that I asked you to play is from that album. But two others, I played duets with Joe on piano and congas that were totally improvised.
Wow.
And they're really, really good. I forgot about it until I found a cassette in my attic
Oh wow!
that said that on it. I went, oh, yeah, I recorded all these duos in 1990, and I listened, and some of them were really good. Like, I couldn't play any better. And the studio I recorded at still had the original digital files.
Whoa, that's pretty lucky.
They were done on some really archaic format, like Beta Hi-Fi or something like that, and they transferred them, into a Pro Tools session and gave them to me so I could edit them and mix them, remix them.
That's
So
awesome.
it's called Duets with Friends. It's
Duets
one
with
of
Friends.
my favorite things that I've put out because it's really some of the best playing I've ever done in a duet context.
Wow, and piano and congas, huh?
Yeah, piano and congas.
That's an interesting,
totally
interesting
improvised.
combo.
It was at Sparrow Sound. Do you remember that place?
I remember hearing about it. I'm not. I never was there.
It doesn't quite exist anymore, but it was a big room and they had a 9-foot ballpoint piano,
Oh wow!
and it sounded fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, that's what you were playing on. And now and again, all of that stuff is available.
Oh, yeah.
if people go
It's
to
all
Levy Land.
available on my website, or you can find a lot of it streaming too.
Okay.
And you had your improvised piano record too.
Oh yeah, that one. I did that at home. I have
Oh
a
yeah,
beautiful,
yeah, that.
a beautiful
Oh, that
Steinway.
one. That's
Yeah.
right.
And that's called Looking Inward, which I did during COVID. I got COVID. I was one of the first people in Chicago who had it knowingly. It was the first week of March of 2020.
Wow.
I got incredibly sick. And, as part of my recovery, I was trying to record some stuff and ended up recording this solo album. It's very introspective, unlike anything else I've ever put out or done. It was improvised compositions. That's how I would describe it.
Wow.
I just, instead of like playing anything virtuosic, I just composed on the spot.
On the spot, improvisation.
They sound like compositions. Well, they are.
That you knew
It's
you
a
wanted
beautiful
to
record.
Yeah, you knew
Yeah,
you
I've
wanted
got
to
it.
do that
I've
from
got
age
that.
4. That's the amazing thing.
Well, actually, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
age 8 was when I started studying, but my parents recently told me that I used to sit at the piano when I was 4 and 5 and play stuff I didn't remember. So I think that I was sort of storing the stuff up, and then when I begged them for piano lessons for like 3 or 4 years. So when the piano teacher got there, it was like, okay, it's like opening the lid of the can.
Right.
There
And the
you
contents were there already.
Can of worms.
Well, and you're in New York, so you had so much music coming through there. You could see the top of everything.
Oh, I'm
through
talking
New
about when I
York.
was a little kid.
I know, but I'm
Yeah.
saying later.
Oh, yeah. Everyone.
You take that thing, and then you expose yourself to all that stuff that was coming through there.
Well, I started, listening to blues when I was in high school, the drummer in the band we had all these. His sister had all these Chicago blues albums. He said, "Hey Howard, listen to this. It's Junior Wells. It's Paul Butterfield. It's because in New York there was no real blues scene in the '60s. There was a very small one.
Right.
And I'd never heard that stuff, and I'd never heard anyone play blues on a harmonica. It's like, wow.
I want to talk about the blues some more, but we have to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. But let's stay with the blues thing for just a minute.
Done and done.
WRLR 98.3 FM LP, Round Lake Beach, Illinois.
Looking for music lessons that truly inspire? At our Music Institute in Northfield, students don't just practice, they play. We offer piano, guitar, drums, voice, bands, and group classes for kids, teens, and adults of all levels, plus a professional recording studio on site. Our Music Institute, where music comes alive.
Learn to play today. Visit loveourmusic.com.
That's loveourmusic.com.
Musicland, Road Bill here, co-host of the Bus Stop Blues. As we've mentioned before, we do have a Patreon, and we would really appreciate it if you could check it out. We've been doing this show going for a while now, and we want to continue to provide you with all the music, laughs, and insight into how the music comes to be. Patreon helps a great deal. Even with a small amount of support, combined with the support of over 135 countries worldwide, we would be able to continue to improve everything we do and get more and more in-depth with our guests and their stories. I know for a fact you, the listener, is enjoying the show, and that means the world. Please continue to do so. If you find it available for you to lend some support, we'd really appreciate it even more. Thank you, Musicland, and please enjoy your ride on the big bus with the Bus Stop Blues.
This is DJ Taz of It's All About Music, IAAM Radio. You can find us on Mixcloud, Blue Sky, and X. Just search for IAAM Radio. Keep it real and stay crazy.
Hey everybody, it's Ray the Roadie. And this is Hollywood Mike with the Rock and Roll Chicago Podcast, coming to you from the Illinois Rock and Roll Museum on Route 66 in Joliet, Illinois.
Where once a week we are interviewing local musicians and singer-songwriters, and the podcast itself covers a wide range of topics, including, but not limited to, the history of rock and roll in Chicago, the current state of the scene, and the challenges and opportunities facing musicians today.
So join us every Tuesday for a new exciting episode of the Rock and Roll Chicago Podcast.
Welcome back to the second hour of the Bus Stop Blues. Strap on in as we head back into the station and see what bumps we cross with Road Bill and Kevin Purcell.
And we are back.
All right. Very nice. Once again, Howard Levy and Don Laferty on the show with us today.
Correct.
When we went for the break, we were talking about the blues a little bit, and you were saying that you started listening. You had somebody that had albums. You started listening to all the Junior Wells and all the Paul Butterfield.
Yeah.
And that's just great stuff. I grew up on that stuff too, living in Chicago. And so you got into playing the blues for a little while on the harmonica.
Oh yeah. I mean, that was why before I played it on harmonica, I was playing it on piano. So I went to hear a double bill, actually a triple bill, that included Dave Van Ronk and his band and James Cotton and Paul Butterfield at a place called the Cafe Au Go-Go on McDougal Street in Greenwich Village. And that blew my poor little teenage mind. I said, I want to play this music. Oh, man. So, all of us who were there, it's like, it was just, we had never heard anything like that. It was the band, the Pig Boy Crabshaw band, Dave Sanborn in it, and Elvin Bishop.
Wow.
It was after Bloomfield left. And they just sounded amazing. And James, that was a great band too, with Luther Tucker and Albert Gianquinto. I can't remember who the drummer and bass player were, but they sounded great. I mean, James, when he was younger, he was just playing fantastic, singing fantastic too.
Wow. And did you get a chance to play with a lot of those cats over the years? You get a chance to jump up on stage with guys like that?
A little bit. I used to sit in at this bar called Blues on Halstead Street. I played with some of those guys, but the blues lifestyle was. It was
kind of tough.
Kind of a heavy drinking scene, and
you don't say.
Still is, Howard. Still is.
That was not for me, because I liked so many other kinds of music by that time. I was more playing jazz and Latin music, but I also the folk thing. The Steve Goodman, John Prine, and Bonnie Coloc, and I recorded a lot of albums with those guys, Tom Paxton, Bob Gibson, and stuff like that.
Wow.
So, I was always like spread out in a lot of different directions, but I have a deep love for the blues that, especially being a harmonica player. I mean, that was the whole reason I picked up the instrument.
So you heard the blues and said, I'm going to play that instrument too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and the drummer in our band, he taught himself how to play harmonica and was sounding really good in like a month or two. I thought, wow, drummer can do that. Certainly the piano player.
Usually drummers can't do anything.
They can count to 4.
What
better than a sound man?
Hey, that's a good one. That's good. Hey, where's the bell? Where's the bell now? Huh? Where's your bell now? See,
in the second hour. Here we go.
And it begins.
There's more.
I'll be in the car.
No, we need your sound, man. How old were you when you started playing the saxophone?
19.
19. So you're pretty accomplished on that as well. So
well, not anymore. I quit playing. I mean, it was
okay.
The sax embouchure. I played it for like 15 years, and the sax embouchure started to kind of get in the way. My lips were getting a little swollen, getting in the way of playing the harp. I thought, what's more important here? I mean, I was addicted to playing the saxophone. It's a very powerful feeling, and learning how to play it was a revelation to me, because now I can understand what saxophone players are doing.
Wow. I don't want to. I don't want to understand what they're doing.
Were any of these bands have like Michael Brecker or these guys in it? Did you play with those kind of guys in these bands?
I did. I never played with Michael.
Sanborn, but
I never played with them. But in Chicago, I played with a whole bunch of great saxophone players, like Steve Eisen, fantastic player, Ed Peterson, just a genius jazz tenor player, and more recently with Chris Madsen, who's an incredible tenor player, and some of the famous guys, like Paquito, and people like that, and some gigs at the Jazz Showcase with some great horn players and singers too. Yeah.
Would you say that on an average you probably play more jazz than anything else?
Yeah. I would say, but it just depends on how you define jazz.
What is that?
My phone. I forgot to turn it off.
I thought that was the background music. I was like, that's not blues.
No.
It sounded like electronica. So that is very cool, and I love the and just to touch on this for a second, I love the fact that your subtitle is your improbable life, and the more that this is the same thing, by the way. It's funny, like these guys. And you're one of them that have just played with so many people that it's like you almost can't even name them all. It's just too many, and that is it. And I'm assuming that you mean, when you say improbable, you mean more like sort of a blessed kind of improbable, not
absolutely.
like not like how did this happen to me, but more like blessed that you've played with so many different cats and it's been so amazing. And do you like, so the main ones that you've played with over all these years, you stay in touch with all these guys for the most part?
Some of them, yeah.
I know it'd be hard to stay in touch with 560 people that you've played with.
I mean, I'm on like, I don't even know how many albums, 400, 500, I don't know how many. Sometimes on just like one or two tracks on someone's record, or sometimes just one track on someone's album.
Right.
Country people and like, some like soul vocalists. And
Do you call up Dolly every once in a while and say, how's it going?
No,
I beg your pardon.
How did that happen?
I beg your pardon.
How was Dolly calling you out? How'd you get that gig? From Béla's connections? Or
no, not at all. That was through my friend C.J. Vanston. Did any of you know him when he lived in Chicago?
I did not.
He's an absolutely amazing keyboard player, great pianist, a whiz on synthesizers, an incredible engineer and producer. he produced albums for Toto and people like that.
He's one of those guys.
He's a genius, really, I would say. I mean, he's got some extra abilities. He was Joe Cocker's music director for years, and he arranged the music on this soundtrack album for a Dolly Parton movie called Straight Talk. And he knew that I was going to be out on the West Coast touring with the Flecktones, and so he got me to record on a few tracks on that movie soundtrack. And I mean, it would take up too much time for me to describe the experience, but let's just say Dolly was like an angel. I mean, it was very, very special. She was beautiful and funny and spiritual, and I just was totally unprepared for how incredible of a person she was.
That's great. That's great. I heard that she was really just a sweetheart, across the board.
She cooked lunch for me.
She did?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Wow. Is that in the book?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now I got to buy it.
I've got it over here.
How much?
Yeah,
how much do I have to give you? How much?
I mean, in total 100%.
Well, you could share it in half and just make sure you get the half with the Dolly story.
No.
Like King Solomon and the woman with the baby.
My sound man will figure out a way to sell it to me. Well, let's hear some of your. Let's play some of your tunes because we forgot to do that in the first hour.
Yes.
And and it's going too fast here. We're going so fast. We haven't even got to the Tales from the Road that you have. But we may not. We may not, because we definitely want to get to some live music too. We've already been talking about that, and I have been threatened that if I don't let you play live, I'll be hurt.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, by him.
Exactly.
So, all right, what are we playing first?
We are going to start off with The Train to Bangalore, and then This Land Is Your Land.
Now, The Train to Bangalore, is that you wrote that?
It's an improvisation with a guy named Willie Schwartz, who played multiple instruments. He's really an amazing musician. Lives in Bremen, Germany now, but he's an incredible accordion player and all sorts of other things. But one of his specialties was Indian percussion. He was a fantastic tabla player, and also mridangam, which is the double-headed South Indian drum. And we just made this thing up because there's a tradition in Indian music where they imitate the sound of a train on the drums, and it's called reala, like the railroad.
Okay.
And of course, with the harmonica, there's a long-standing tradition of train imitations.
Sure.
And so we sort of put those two worlds together, and that's what resulted. This is what resulted.
And is there a place actually called Bangalore?
Yeah, it's a city.
India?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
India. All right.
Nice.
All right. Have you been there?
I've not been there. I know.
Don's been everywhere. Don's been everywhere, man. Don's been everywhere. All right, and then This Land Is Your Land. Wait, what is it called? Yeah. What is that second?
That's.
Yeah, and you wrote. What is that? That's just another.
That's the old. You know that tune.
Woody Guthrie wrote that tune.
Uh-huh.
And that is with Trio Globo. And the funny thing is that we recorded that in the same session where we recorded Giant Steps by John Coltrane.
Oh, you did Giant Steps, did you?
Yeah. And the Giant Steps arrangement is absolutely incredibly abstract and far out. But I thought that this would be more appropriate for your guys' show because it's kind of Americana, but we definitely give it a different twist. And I had a surprise in the arrangement that I didn't tell the guys about at all. And they jumped right on it. It was truly amazing studio magic.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, let's play them.
Done.
Wow.
How
Okay.
cool is that?
Well, that's the most wild version I've ever heard of that song.
All right, let's get some things out of the way here. Coming up, hey, we apologize to our podcast listeners. Last week we did not do a music short show nor a History of the Blues show, so we're pushing those all to this week. So you've got things to do. We'll do the music show this week, and we're going to then try to do the Coco Taylor history episode. Then next week we got Justin Wallace. On August 16th, we're going to have Dan Peters in here doing a guest host situation, and he's going to interview you. You're going to be the guest.
Okay, yeah,
that's going to be an interesting little deal.
No one asked me.
Pino Free.
I'm kidding.
Pino's bringing in his guitar player Pops, and then we're going to follow that on the August 30th. We're going to have Michael Mojo O'Brien in with the guest hosts, which you guys all know. Mitch the Lip will be sitting in your seat, taking over for you because you'll be out doing something. I don't know.
I'm pretty big deal.
I'm upset
out,
with
yeah,
you.
I'm pretty big deal.
Yeah. Aren't you, though?
Lots of mahogany.
All of my work is out of the way.
All right.
So I turn the show over to y'all.
Well, hey, listen, so this is the thing, is because we're going to do some, Don's got his guitar over there, we're going to do some jamming, but I think we need to point this out because a lot of people don't know this, and being a harmonica player, I do know, well, I was, so this is just, for instance, we were talking about this because, my friend Bill Pantley, who does Frank Sinatra, we had found out that Toots Thielemans had played diatonic harp on the Frank Sinatra song, This Town, which is not if you've heard, it's a great tune. The amount of people, the Tubes did a remake of it, of all bands, but a lot of people did too. It's not a bad song. But I think it's funny that because a lot of guys that played jazz harmonica, they play on a chromatic. Stevie Wonder played a chromatic. Everybody plays a chromatic. And a lot of people probably don't know this. And for those of you listening, the chromatic is the harmonica that has a little tab on the end. So it's like the white keys and the black keys of a piano. And you use that little tab to get all those different notes. Howard doesn't use a chromatic. You can. You know how to play a chromatic one, but that's not what you do. Most of the time he's playing what's called a diatonic harp, which is, it has no tab, so he's getting all those notes by underblowing, overblowing, underdrawing, tongue blocking, all kinds of different stuff. And so that's what makes it really amazing. I think that's fascinating. A lot of people don't know that. It's like, it's just a different way to play the harmonica in such a way so that you can play all kinds of different things on the harmonica. And that's literally what you're about to do, right?
Yeah, we're going to play a blues tune called Coming Home Baby, and we're going to hopefully get through all 12 keys before if it happens after midnight, I turn into a pumpkin.
All right. We've seen that. Wait, I want to make this clear for everybody out there. Howard's gonna play one harmonica, and you're going to use that same harmonica to play on all 12 keys.
Correct.
There's a lot of harmonica players that are fainting right now.
Just give a little bit of space on that mic there, Howard.
Yeah.
Just so it doesn't pick it up so hard.
Oh, that's right. I have to do the opposite.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, I'm
and
ready.
Don is going to play one guitar too.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's very tricky. It only has 6 strings, ladies and gentlemen.
My fingers never leave my hand.
And he's only got 5 fingers. It's really weird. Where's the applause?
Yeah, well, yeah,
that's
sorry, I'm
incredible.
too
Oh,
wrapped
my
up
God.
in what's
that
going
was
on.
Great, man. That was nothing short of amazing. That is amazing, dude.
That was a lot of fun.
That was great. So now we got to make an album. So wait. So here's the deal. So I want everybody to understand that, though, because people who are non-musicians don't understand what just happened there. So what Don and Howard did is he played one harmonica and they went through all. Yeah, that's right. They went through all 12 keys. On one harmonica. That's amazing. So let me ask you, because that is something that I know a lot of harmonica players that would just not even know how to. They would just keep switching harps. That's what I would have done. So because you were saying before that you see it like a piano. So is that what's happening there? Is like you go, so like what notes you're hitting on all those overblows. That must have taken just an immense amount of time to figure out. No? Yeah, that's
Yeah. Oh, yes. Well,
especially when you're playing that fast, you got to know all those notes in there.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing it for a while. I think
No,
an hour and a half.
Yeah,
I
since
think.
at least 7 o'clock. Yeah, since at least 7. We know that.
But yeah. I mean, just the amount of practicing I did, because I was alone in this. I was like, the first explorer to discover this on the instrument and to take it seriously and say, I don't want to play the chromatic harmonica. It's a different instrument. It doesn't sound like this at all. And you can't bend notes on it. You can't sound bluesy, which is what I love. I love sounding bluesy and bending notes, And there's nothing mechanical. It's all in the inside of your mouth. The only thing mechanical is what your tongue is doing,
Yeah.
And that's part of your body. So it's this real organic thing, and you get totally wrapped up in it. As you know, being a harp player, you kind of get into your own world when you play, because it's the only instrument that's totally invisible too when you're playing it. You can't see it.
Right.
There's no fingering involved like a flute or a guitar. There's nothing except you and the harp, which is like part of your body.
Yeah, right. And it is very cool. I just want to make it clear, though, my world is about the size of a marble. Yours is like the size of a basketball. So, but no, that is very cool, and it takes Here's the thing for me is, so what? Let's go over this, because I'm just noticing all the harps that you play. Is this your favorite harp right here, the one that you're playing?
I just thought the key of A was appropriate after
What about the brand, though?
They're
that,
Honors.
Yeah. Do you like the Golden Melodies? Do you like any of the other
ones?
Well,
I used to play Golden Melodies for like 20 years.
Yeah.
More than 20 years. I love them. And I didn't even know that it's because they were tempered. They were tuned to a tempered tuning, so that the melodies all sounded great, but chords sounded like horrible most of the time. And
maybe
I
that's
started
my
out
problem.
a Marine band. What's that?
Maybe that's my problem. I play too many chords. I've played them for a long time.
Yeah, I love them. Do you retune them at all? Or?
I don't. I don't. I know about all that stuff, and I just don't have the time. I just became a grandpa a little while ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, there's no. I have never found the
he
time.
He didn't have
to
time before he was a grandpa.
No, even before that.
So,
that was a good
don't let him
excuse for
fool you.
now.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, do you soak your harps? We could get into all that stuff.
Yes, there's a lot going on there. There's a lot going on.
Yeah,
there.
these are Hohner Marine bands with special 20-reed cover plates.
Okay.
And most of the ones I play are customized by Joe Falisco.
Yes, the man. He's like the man.
Yeah, he's like the Stradivarius of harmonica customizers. But I did a lot of the same stuff out of the box before I met Joe. But Joe's harmonicas allow me to. It's like getting more headroom on an amp. I mean, it's just like it makes things much more possible. And he was the first person to take the diatonic harmonica seriously. Like, let's improve the instrument. And now there's like a whole bunch of people all over the world who are customizing diatonic harmonicas.
Yeah,
some of them do it very well.
So you order them from wherever, Sweetwater or somebody. You order your harmonicas, they come and you send them to Joe. What does Joe do to them?
I used to do that, but now Joe just makes them for me.
He just orders them and then makes
membership has its privileges, Kevin.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
And,
what does he do to them?
Well, I mean, there's things that you can do to sort of like hot rod them. There's taking
now that I understand.
Taking the machine marks off the reeds. I mean, it's a very long, geeky discussion, but
we have time.
No, we don't.
There's the way the reeds are ground. They're ground across, and so you get all these little striations, going. That Joe looked at and went, well, if you're trying to get the air to move efficiently, why don't you take those little ridges out of them? And he burnishes all the reeds and also embosses the channels, to make the tolerances closer.
Always wanted to emboss something.
Maybe that I need to do that, and then I can play like you.
Absolutely.
I'm kidding.
That's the guarantee.
Guaranteed.
I actually have a lifetime guarantee on my advice is like if you spend a lifetime practicing, you could sound like me.
Nice.
I had a guitar.
I love that kind of advice.
My jazz guitar instructor guy said, I realized that the way I can sound like all those old guys is become one of those old guys.
That's right.
You have to get through all that.
It takes time. And, so Joe, he really, and also these reed plates, these combs on these harmonicas are made of rock maple plywood. Most of them, not all of them, but and some of them are bamboo, like some of the ones he's done for me are crossovers, which have a bamboo body. And I like some of the plastic ones. Sometimes I like just playing like this guy here, the Rocket.
I like
really
those too.
like them.
Yeah, I like those
just
too.
like right out of the box. I love the sound of this.
Yeah.
It's great. I used it on tour for a certain tune that it sounded better than the other ones. And so I used it every night on tour.
Do you like any? I played just recently, and we'll get off of this in a second because most people don't even know. But I played some of the Polar. You've seen the Polars?
I've seen those. Yeah,
those are okay. And then when I was down, we were down in Clarksdale. I bought a couple of those 1847s.
Oh yeah,
those are okay.
Seidel harmonicas. They're very good.
Yeah.
To me, they don't have quite the punch and power.
That's a lot.
Don,
subdued.
1847, 1848, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
But 1847 is because that's when their factory started, and it's the oldest continuously operating harmonica factory in the world.
And I do love those harmonicas, but it is the same thing. It feels like they don't have that. They don't have. It's not. It doesn't. They don't have the throttle.
That's right. They don't.
They don't have the throttle on it.
Yeah. There's a bunch of Chinese and Japanese harmonicas. They're all getting better. This is kind of a golden age of harmonica. It's amazing how many of them are good now. Because the Japanese harmonicas and Chinese harmonicas used to be just toys,
Yeah,
and now
right.
they're making some good instruments.
Yeah, they're doing good. They're doing good. Well, let's play some more before we run out of time here. Do you? I'd like to sit in to play a little harmonica, but
sure.
I don't. I'll be embarrassed. But
let's just play a blues.
Yeah, let's do so. Do you want to do The Thrill Is Gone? I'll sing a little Thrill Is Gone.
Yeah.
No.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever I want.
Wow, that sounded passive aggressive.
Tell me a key.
Yeah, key.
Thrill Is Gone in A minor is what we use.
You gonna play third position?
Yeah, I'll play regular. You play.
Oh,
you play good.
You play super. I'll play your rocket.
Maybe
this is gonna be great.
I don't even have my D harp with me if I wanted to play in cross. I forgot to bring it. Oh well.
You got like 18 harps in there.
I know,
but
I want to play on a different key harp from you.
Yeah, I'm going to play my D harp.
You're playing the D.
Yeah,
oh, okay. I'll play the G.
So you play something else. Okay. That's beautiful.
There you
go. In A minor. Yeah, just Thrill Is Gone. Yeah.
Oh, the thrill is gone.
Yeah, the thrill is gone. No. The thrill is There's no.
It's
thrill,
just getting
there's no
there.
thrill gone here tonight because this is thrilling to be able to play with my.
And then, Don, get your. There you go.
Be able to play
Thank
with
you.
one of my heroes here. Yeah, and back up a little bit though because you should. Wasn't that a little loud? It was a little loud.
Yeah,
the
guitar
guitar.
was a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Martin does his thing.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, just right there. The thrill is gone. The thrill is gone away. Hey, the thrill is gone, baby. The thrill is gone away. You know you done me wrong, and you'll be sorry someday. The thrill is gone. It's gone away from me. Thrill is gone, baby. It's gone away from me. And I'll still live on. Oh, how lonely I'll be.
is gone. It's gone away for good. The thrill is gone, baby. Oh, it's gone away for good. But I'll stand with open arms, just like I know a good man should. Do your thing. Come on, baby, come on, come on. Woo! Come on! I'm free, baby. I'm free from your spell. I'm free, yeah. I'm free from your spell. And now that it's all over, all I can do is wish you well. Till it's gone. The thrill is gone. Till it's gone, baby. Fantastic. That was awesome. Wow. All right, it's time to make an album.
Can I get more of that, please?
Let's do the. Hey, don't put it away yet. We
Don't
should probably, let's do one more. Okay. Well, you know what though? What about that song you guys were talking about? That was one of your songs. The one that was the.
You want to play that? Tri-State?
Yeah.
We haven't done that in a while, but I think you
played it as a duo.
You remembered it. Hopefully.
I do.
Oh, good. I haven't played it in a while
I'm
either.
a comfortable position here.
Yeah.
That's what this show is all about. Let's put it on. We're taking a risk. We're putting on the Ritz. All right, what's the song called?
It's called the Tri-State Boogie because I wrote it while I was driving my car on the Tri-State.
that seems all right.
Yeah, it's true.
So you've done this a time or two.
Oh, yeah, but with the band. We never
Yeah?
did it as a duo. Oh, boy. Yeah, Don, you remember that whole
Don's
thing,
got it
man?
down,
Oh, yeah.
huh? What happened?
That's a great tune.
Yeah.
Of course I remember that tune.
Thank you for remembering it.
Thank you. Yeah. When's the last time you played it? I can't remember.
Not at the last
Like
2 years.
over a year ago?
It's probably
Over a year ago, yeah.
Probably that.
Wow.
Yeah, over a year
Maybe
ago.
the Arcada, did we do it?
I don't know if we did it at Arcada or maybe that space gig that we did.
Space we did.
Yeah.
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 Wow. All right.
Yeah, it's been a while, but I like that too.
That was fantastic. Very nice. Very nice. That's crazy. I don't know how the tri-state could make something like that happen, but you know.
Well,
hey,
you know, I'm
you never know
driving
what
in my
happens.
car. I was very,
He had a
very
lot of time.
frustrated.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I got it. Yeah, that would do it. That would do it every time.
Yeah, I've driven that road a lot.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that before. So when is the next? When's the next show for Return of the Flock? Do we know?
Well, there's the Flock is getting inducted into the Illinois Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Bam! There you go.
And so, along with Survivor and Coco Taylor and the Boys, and
That's
so
at
we're going
the-
to play. Well, I think we'll play there. You know,
The
I think
Harris Theater.
The
right?
Harris Theater, yeah, Millennium Park downtown.
September 27th.
27th.
September
yeah.
27th. Oh,
There are tickets
okay.
for that, so it's a big event, and
Yeah.
we'll get up and play. You know,
Play one and a half tunes.
One and a half.
And then they'll bring up the hook.
Yeah, we want to keep going. Forget it. You're
Yeah,
out.
so that's the next actual gig, and then beyond that, I'm not sure. You know,
Now, is
what's on.
J-Mo back in town for that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be the full band, so we'll have
Okay.
everybody there.
I think JMO's back next week. I think
Actually,
he
he
was
only briefly.
When I played at the Iridium, he was at Madison Square Garden with Fish.
Oh,
yeah,
with
it was
Fish,
really funny.
yeah,
I forgot,
with
and then he sent me a little text message or something. Yeah, man, you were right around the corner from me.
Wow.
Yeah.
He knew that. And you know what? Just out of curiosity, so that is fantastic. You guys are being inducted into the Hall of Fame, and as you guys as the band now, or just like the band, like you,
Well,
as members,
the
as the
band
members,
now
as the current
will
members.
be at the ceremony, yeah, and
some
obviously
of the-
it's based on the history of the band and the impact it made in the late '60s.
And some of the former band members are going to be there too.
That's right.
Oh, is that right?
They're going to
Oh,
sit
okay.
in a little bit, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Only if we
we'll
let
make
them.
it
Only
work.
if we let them. Only if we let them. What were one of what's one of the hit or two of the hit songs from the Flock back in the '60s?
Well, Clown. Is
That was a
famous
national
tune.
hit. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I know
That was
that one.
probably the most famous tune they did, and the other ones I don't know if there were any other like hits per se.
They had "Take You Back" and they had a cover of "Tired of Waiting."
Tired of Waiting. That was really amazing.
Kingston?
They had a good cover of that,
Kingston?
and then they had "Store Bought, Store Thoughts,"
Yes.
probably the other
Yeah, that
well-known
one people
tune.
knew around
But
the
"Clown" was the big one.
That
And
was the big one?
You know, that band was kind of like a progressive rock band before progressive rock was really hitting.
You know,
so.
it's funny the way these things work, and this happens on the show all the time. Now I'm going to listen to it on the way home. I gotta get that memory thing back. But that is fantastic. So inducted into the Hall of Fame, and the Return of the Flock is. But you're going to keep going. It's still going. You guys are going to be doing it
Yep.
as long as
Yep.
the gigs keep coming.
Yep.
Now, is there any plans to take that sort of thing on a tour?
It would not be easy.
Yeah,
It would
I mean,
not be easy because
schedule-wise, it's tricky, because
J-Mo's
there's
busy.
a lot
Yeah,
of
that
lot
guy's
of guys
great.
out touring. You know,
Yeah.
J-Mo's out
Yeah.
with Fish. And
Yeah.
Howard's obviously out. So there's a few moving parts there to try to work something like that out. But who knows what the future will hold.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. You guys are amazing virtuosos. Donna, come on. He says that. Don't give me the. I mean, I'm just saying. Like if
Did
I
you hear that
yes,
stuff from
I
this
did,
guy right
I did. But I've been playing with you for a long time, and I know that if I was a guy that had $1 million a producer, I would say I would turn you into like a Joe Bonamassa, Joe Satriani type thing. Like
Turn me into
just
whatever you
Don
want.
Don
Yeah.
Laferty plays the guitar, and Howard Levy could be a
there
special
enough
guest.
time?
Maybe
Is there
maybe he
enough
could
time?
be a special guest. No, thank you very much, Howard. That was fantastic. What a great guest
Fun
you
playing
are.
with you,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, that was a lot of
super
fun.
soulful.
That was a
Yeah.
lot of fun. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah.
Good times.
I
good
appreciate you
times.
guys taking the time out too.
Thank you, Road Bill.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Don. Thank you, Howard. I really appreciate this. Has been phenomenal.
You'll come back on the show.
Oh, I will. Yes.
Yeah, you had just enough fun.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
great.
Just
Fantastic.
barely. Tip the scales, man.
You
All
know, Round Lake. I mean, who knew?
Who knows? Yeah, no, we made
It's a hotbed. It's a hotbed.
We made Round Lake something. We made him into now rip that book in half and say goodbye.
Let's go.
WRLR 98.3 FM LP, Round Lake Beach, Illinois.
The Bus Stop Blues with Kevin Purcell and Road Bill was recorded in studio at 98.3 The Life FM in Round Lake Beach, Illinois. Produced by Road Bill and provided in part by both Kevin Purcell and Road Bill. If you would like information on sponsoring this show, please contact us at thebusstopblues@gmail.com. And thanks again for listening.